Good evening, and welcome to this evening's instalment of Grand Prix and Chill. A very sort of chilled and laissez-faire approach to my sim racing, and we are going to, as ever, race GP Evo in Automobilista. And the first thing we do before we start racing is to check out the current championship standings in each of the championship standings we are currently participating in, starting with F1 GP. It's the F1 GP mod in 1991. We are a good 14 of 16 races into that series. 2 races to go. I'm top of the table. I basically won it. Then we have GP2. Not doing so well in that one. I've slumped to 3rd in the standings after 10 races. And then we start this evening's proceedings with GP3. I am Berhard Gerger. I've only got 3 points after 5 races of 16. So we'll be racing the next round of the championship shortly. After GP3, we will go on to GP4, where I am Fernando Anoriso. After just the one race, we started that season a couple of weeks ago, and I'm on 3 points. But tonight's proceedings will begin with GP3, and we are going to round 6, which is going to be at Monaco. So let's get straight into Monaco. Monaco is one of the circuits that isn't included in Automobilista, but I figured you can't have a Formula 1 season without Monaco. It's a bit like having a lemon meringue pie without the pie, or a tiramisu without the sue, or a Formula 1 season without Monaco. Let's go to Monaco. It's the 1998 GP3 season, and immediately we are going to load our race setup and do a 5-minute warm-up. It's a 5-minute warm-up, as ever. Then it'll be a half an hour qualifying session, and then it will be a 40-kilometer race. So that's how the evening's proceedings develop. Let's go practicing at Monte Carlo. So as I say, it is a mod track. This is one of the few tracks I will race at that isn't included in Automobilista, so it's a bit rough around the edges, I'll warn you now. But hopefully we'll get a good race out of it. There will be carnage, there will be chaos, but that's pretty standard at Monaco. Anyway, let's just go around Monaco, try not to clomp the barriers, and just warming up for the first race of the evening. Monaco in my 1998 Grand Prix 3 Williams Mechachrome, as it was back in the 90s. It's 90s Monaco. So, as I say, a little bit rough around the edges. The AI, not perfect. So we will see some incidents, but hopefully everything will be okay at the end of 12 laps, 40 kilometers of Monaco. But as I say, just warming up now. Just getting into the rhythm of things, remembering how to race and drive the car without clumping the barriers exactly like that. I just did that for demonstrative purposes. Obviously that was not a mistake. It was not a driving error. Good. Let's keep circulating. Try not to crash. Enjoy Monaco in its 90s claustrophobic glory. Barriers lining the track. Casino Square. No, Massenet Casino Square. Down to Mirabeau. Down to the old station hairpin. Lowe's Hotel hairpin. Then Mirabeau and whatever this is called. into the tunnel. Got a nice clear track ahead of me at the moment. Slightly too hot into the swimming pool. Rascas. Good, that deserves a slurp of tea. The quickest slurp of tea because the first corner comes up quickly. Just warming up, just practice. Just a quick 5-minute practice to warm up. Yellow flags, unsurprisingly. Mystery yellow flag. Oh, no, we got a Jordan. I hope that's not how this race is going to go. Comedy Jordans flying through the air. We'll ignore the Minardi with its wing missing. Sure, there's a good reason for it. So far, so good. Third in practice, although 2 seconds off Shumi's time. So I do have some pace to find. This will be the last lap of practice, probably. Hello, IKR, Ikeys Racing. Thank you for your chat. I can't quite read at the moment because I'm trying to thread my car through Monaco's barriers. But as soon as I stop driving, I will read and appreciate you. Looks like we've got a very slow Stuart ahead of us, holding up Mikasalo's arrows. He's pitted. Right, is that practice over? No, we're going to get one more lap. One more lap out of it. Well, thank you for being here. Ikeys Racing. Marco Lazzari. It's a pleasure to have you along for the ride. I'm just going to do one more lap of practice. It's been a good long warm-up. And then we get into the business of qualifying. Looks like I've got to find about 2 seconds on Schumacher. Swimming pool. Exit the swimming pool, probably in first gear-ish. Try not to lose the rear end. Looks like we've got yellow flags out. All is well. Found a good 7/10 on that lap, so that's a good start. Right, that's the end of practice. Let's go qualifying. Exit that, set up that, qualifying that, load that. Right, apparently I've done a 1:19.2, so I need to get into the 1:19s at least. Let's get some times on the board in qualifying. Let's see who's gonna set the benchmark. Schumacher's done a 19. Hackenen's done a 19.6. Irvine's done a 19.6. Right, so I can be on pole if I set my PB. Let's see how that goes. Right, qualifying. As ever, I give myself an out lap and 2 flying laps, and that's it. Those are the only chances I get to set my time. Keeps things moving along nicely. Very close to the barrier on the inside. Okay, here it comes. First flying lap at Monaco. First attempt at qualifying. Tends to be a little bit understeery on the first attempt. Oh, that was a bad upshift. Over exuberant on the upshifts. Trying to clump the curbs on the way through. Good. 8 attempts down. Got lots of time to find. Okay, first attempts. One more chance. Oh, I'm second already. Good start. Just got to find 1/100th to beat DC. A little bit wide through Casino Square. Squirrely on the exit. It's not going to help my cause. Slightly down on the old lap delta. No, did not improve on my second lap. But that's okay. I'm second at the moment. Let's see how qualifying works out. It was a 19.524. I did not beat my PB. for the 4th time in a row. Let's see how it all finishes as I slurp the last of my tea. Still second. 10 minutes to go. Disappointing from Hakkinen and Schumacher. They're not going to beat me. Let's see what happens in the dying moments. Wait for the asterisk to disappear. And that's it. That's qualifying. DC is on the pole in his McLaren. I line up second in my Williams, ahead of Irvine's Ferrari, Hakkinen's McLaren, Damon Hill in the Jordan, Giancarlo Fisichella outqualifies Schumacher. 2 Schumachers line up 7th and 8th. Then it's Frentzen in the sister Williams and Wirtz 10th. Let's go to the race. Let's try and survive 12 laps of Monaco. 40-kilometer races. Let's go. Let's get straight into it. Try and get a good start. Yes, I'm just about beaten DC off the line. Just about made Saint Devote. Here comes DC. He's got a good exit. Have to defend the inside. Side by side through here. Side by side through Casino Square. Chance to lose the rear end. Side by side still. Down the hill. Right, now I've got the inside line at last. So I have to be very slow through the hairpin. Right, now try and get away. I suspect DC is going to put me under a bit of pressure in the remaining 11 and a half laps. I have to concentrate, try not to bash into anything, clump any curves or barriers. Good, I've eked out a 2-second gap already, so surprising, but I'll take it. No doubt they're squabbling behind and holding each other up, so I'll just happily make my escape for the next 11 laps. No doubt DC will come back at me eventually. Gap's coming down already. Good, so far so good. A bit close to the barriers, but that's Monaco for you. Good, second lap in the books. DC is still 2.5 seconds behind, so I'll just keep trying to maintain that gap. Oh, slightly clumped the barrier and the curb there. That's exactly what I don't want to do. Got to stay concentrating. Oh, car gets worse and worse as this race goes on. The steer grows. These silly groove tyres. Good. I've eked out a 3.5 second gap now, so the gap is growing. I'll just keep going round. Quick swig of water under the tunnel. Car's getting a bit squirrely as the race goes on. Good. 4 laps in the books. A third of the race gone. Still leading. Gap to over DC growing. I am surprised about that. I would have thought it'd be all over the back of me by now, but maybe he's picked up a bit of damage. AI tend to be quite clumsy around Monaco, so I'd surprise him if he's damaged something. Oh, that's neutral. That's not going to help my cause. Try and take it easy. Rear end still trying to spit me off. And again. Still extending the gap over DC. Oh, bit of debris in the chicane. Someone's had an incident. Good, that's 6 laps down. Half the race run is just under half the race to go. I'm just gonna try not to screw it up. Gap still growing over DC, so all is well. Front end definitely not as good as it was at the start of the race. Almost completely missed my braking point. Just about got away with that. Another lap in the books. 7 laps done. DC still far behind me. Sort of driving around Monaco. Trying to survive the race. Good. 8 laps done. Just a third of the race left. Still a nice healthy gap over DC and Hakkinen not far behind him. Just gotta survive. Just bring it home. Let's go too crazy. Good, all's well. DC's actually closed the gap that time. That was actually a pretty slow lap, but I'm just sort of relaxing into it now. Just keep up a good rhythm. Just bring it home. Another lap in the books, 2 to go. Right, eked out that gap to DC a little bit. 1 lap to go. Try not to throw it away on the last lap. Good, I've survived. That was much more straightforward than I feared it might be, but 12 laps, 40 kilometres, and a victory at Monaco, so very pleased with that. And plenty of fuel, which you always love to see. Let's see what the final result was. 16:09.670. That's much faster than before. 670. Always helps when you're out in the clear air in the lead. Well, as they're all coming across the line, I'm going to just quickly re-watch the start of that as I battled DC up the hill. Let's just re-watch that for prosperity. Excellent start. Got up alongside DC into the first corner. I was well ahead. DC just got the better exit. Oh, a bit of bump and grind behind with the Stewart. Side by side up the hill into Casino Square. Or Massenet first of all. Side by side through Casino Square. Oh, DC clobbered the barrier. That's maybe why he was a bit slower than usual. I gave him all the space on the inside. He gave me all the space on the inside, and I was ahead at the hairpin. So that was basically what won it for me. The clear air. Getting ahead of DC at the start. That was key. So it was me from DC. Hacknen in the sister McLaren came home third. Irvine Fisichella. Hill is the last point scorer. Rounds out the top 6. Not quite sure what that Stewart was doing in the background. The 2 Schumachers, Frentzen and Lacey's Sauber. Good. They've all come home. Let's get out of here and check out the standings as they update presently in front of our very eyes. I was on 3 points, and in a few seconds' time, that will update to reveal that I am now on 13 points. Good. The system works. Right, Hacknen is leading the points still on 37, ahead of DC as the McLaren 1-2 at the top table. Irvine is ahead of Schumacher. That seems unlikely. And I am 5th in points, ahead of Damon Hill, John Newhouse, who is now me, Ralph Schumacher, Giancarlo Fisichella, and Frentzen are your point scorers so far after 6 races of 16. Next is the GP4 Championship. We've only had 1 race of the GP4 Championship. And next we go to, let me check my spreadsheet. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix at Interlagos. Apparently that's going to be at 102 AI strength. So let me just get that set up. Let me load Fernando Honorizo. It's Interlagos. It's the Interlagos Grand Prix circuit. What did I say? 102. Let me double check what I said. 102 AI strength. Interlagos is Grand Prix 4. I'm driving Nick Heidfeld Sauber, and I will show you that presently. This guy, that's my car. Interlagos 102, 21 AI, low aggression, 5 minutes to practice, 50% damage, 40-kilometer race, 30-minute qualifying. Let's get straight into it. It's Grand Prix 4. It's 2001. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix next. Right, here we go. As ever, load the old race setup, 40-kilometer race setup. It's going to be 9 laps, and then go straight out for a bit of practice, because you've got to get used to the car, the track. You're swapping between lots of different areas of Grand Prix cars, so you've got to get used to different grip levels, different power bands, different traction zones, different circuits, different corners. So the 5 minutes practice is all important. Just blatantly ignoring the red light at the end of the pit lane, obviously. I need all the practice I can get. Obviously, this is one of the included tracks in Automobilista, so it looks much more polished, much more well-rounded, slightly less dog-eared at the edges, so a nice-looking version of Interlagos, slightly after, about a decade later than our era, but it serves its purpose. Blasting up the hill, out of Junchao, or Junsao, whatever it's called. Cross the gridded hatchings, start a flying lap in practice. Braking a little early for the first corner. There's a car exiting the pits ahead of us. That's one of the Jordans. Just practice. Just a quick 5-minute practice before we qualify. Just warming up to the Grand Prix 4 version of the car. Right, brake a bit later for turn 1. Front's run too wide. Understeer behind the car ahead. Bit of aero push, aero wash. Right, couple of minutes left to practice. So there should be another couple of laps left to drive. Let's try and keep up with this Jordan. I am a second off Schumacher's pace, so not great, not terrible. just happy to keep it with the Jordan for now. Practice driving in another car's slipstream. Might try and do a big send into turn 1. Good. Good practice. Now 7 tenths behind Schumacher. Oh, losing the rear end into whatever that corner's called. Turn 5. No, it's not turn 5. I've severely underestimated the amount of corners it took me to get there. Hockenheim has gone fastest. Nearly 9 tenths ahead of me, but I'm about to improve my time. That's the last lap of practice. Let's go straight into qualifying. Good practice. 5th in practice. Let's hope it continues into qualifying. I need to do a 1:12.1. That's my PB. Let's see what the AI can do. Let's get some times on the board before I go out. It's a 1:12.3. What can I do again? I can do a 1:12.1, so that looks promising. Let's go out and see if I can repeat that. Just trundle down pit lane on the speed limiter. Follow the rules. As ever, 1 out lap, 2 flying laps. That's all I give myself. It's the only chance I get to qualify. Got to make it happen in these next 2 laps. Okay, first flying lap, here it goes. Set a banker lap, at least. Although the tyres in the GP4 car tend to be best on their first flying lap, so got to try my best. Half a second down so far, not a great first attempt, but got one more chance. Let's see what I can do on my second flying lap. Oh, don't want to cut the track. 6 so far. Right, let's absolutely send it on this lap. Delta's not happy. 2 tenths I've lost already. Not a great start to the lap. Oh yes, I gained a bit of time there. Good. Wasn't looking promising at the start of that second lap. Fifth, 12.541. What was my PB? No, I did not beat that. That's my third attempt at trying to beat my PB, and I cannot beat it. All right, let's see how qualifying finishes. Let's see where we end up. Fifth at the moment, but still 15 minutes for the AI to beat me. Still fifth. Just under half a second off Shumi's time. Wait for the asterisk to disappear, then we know that the time acceleration has ended. That is qualifying. It's Schumacher from Hockenheim. Then it's Coulthard from Montoya and it's Williams. I'm lining up fifth in my Sauber. Schumacher sixth. Barrichello seventh. Raikkonen in the other Sauber eighth. Villeneuve and Irvine round out the top 10. Let's go straight to the race. It's gonna be what was it? 9 laps around Interlagos. Let's get straight into it as ever. Hope for the best. Try and get a good start again. Pretty good start. Jumps to Williams. Can't sort of lock up and slide into the cars ahead. Try to go around the outside of this McLaren. No, he's just bumped me out the way. Good old, is that DC ahead of me? Yeah, it's DC. It's bashing me out of the way in turn 2. Here comes Montoya trying to get back at me. Good. 6th to 4th. Good start. Just try and hold on to it. Try and keep up with the leading trio. Oh, it's a lot of curb on the exit on the apex of Zhenchao. Right, got to keep an eye on Montoya behind me. He will have a lunge if he gets close at the end of the straight. And his BMW is a lot more powerful than my year-old Ferrari. Was it a year-old Ferrari in the Sauber? I think so. Comes Montoya. He's right up my chuff. He's going around my outside. No, I fended him off. Good. But the top 3 are getting away. Oh, that was close. Almost lost the rear end. Easily done. That's going to put me under threat from Montoya now, isn't it? As we go along the start-finish straight. Make sure he has to go the long way round. He was too far back as it was in the end. He's going to be all over me into turn 4. Defend the inside line. Here he comes. Trying to do the old switcheroo, but I was wise to it. Losing to exuberant on the downshift. Nice, much better. Still hunting down the McLarens ahead. The two McLarens are going at it. DC's just got ahead of Hockenheim. Got a grandstand view of it. Just about keeping in touch. Oh no, Hackner's gone off. Oh dear, what a mistake. Well, it's gifted me a podium position, and I will gladly take it. Let's see if I can hold him off for the next 5 laps. 4.5 laps. Well, 4 laps and 2/3 of a lap. A bit too hot into that corner. Gathered it up. Trying to hunt down DC now. Quick swig of water. Right, 4 laps to go. Try and hold on to my podium position. Not to drive onto the grass as well. Good, still third. DC and Schumi clearing off into the distance, as you would expect, but happy with my podium at the moment. 6 gears a bit short. Bit understeering now into turn 1. Hockenheim keeping me honest. Right there in my mirrors. Don't need a pit stop, it's only a short race. Häkkinen's definitely getting closer. And I've got 2 more laps in which to fend him off. Here he comes. Just not expecting to have a go from there. Oh my god. Mika's just absolutely mugged me into turn 4. I thought it was further back than that. I'm going to do a big send into this next corner. No, I'm way too far back. Oh no, he's made a mistake. No, he's too quick. Cannot cope with Mika's speed. Right, maybe get into a slipstream for turn 1, but I think he's just got the legs. And I don't have a tall enough 6th gear. And there's only 1 lap left. No risk from behind, I can just relax for this last lap. Try and keep in touch, but I suspect Mika will just drive away from me now. Can't catch Mika, he's too fast. 4th place it is, no podium today, unfortunately. Good. Well, a decent race in the end. I'll take 4th in a Sauber. Let's make some quick adjustments while I'm thinking of them. I'm going to give myself a click on the final drive. I was also going to get rid of that pit stop and save that. Right, what was my finishing time? I did it in an 11:05.352, which is not quicker than my PB, so that's 3 times I've been unable to beat my PB. Let's see how they come across the stripe. Everyone's finished. It's Schumacher from DC, Häkkinen from myself, Montoya and Schumacher. Ralph are the final points paying positions. Barrichello, Raikkonen, Villeneuve and Trulli round out your top 10. Good. Right, let's see how that affects things in the points. Just give it a few seconds to update the points from a valid results file. Check out the standings. Here they come. There we go. Right, it's DC leading the table after 2 races, ahead at 2 points ahead of Schumacher. Montoya is being Mr. Consistency on 8 points. Häkkinen only managing 6, and I am 5th in points. I'm equal 4th with Häkkinen ahead of Schumacher and Raikkonen. Good. Next, we go to F1 GP. It's 1991. But before we do that, this championship's all tied up. Round 15 will be Suzuka. Let me just get that set up quickly. No, actually, let me just go for a quick break. Let me have a quick intermission. I will be back in a few minutes. And thank you. I'll be back shortly. I've done something wrong. Bear with me. I do know how to stream. I've done this before.
New Kleenex quilted toilet tissue is specially quilted to give it cushioned softness and super absorbency.
Come on then, I want all the details.
It was great. But you know what? He didn't have sheets. He had a quilt in the bathroom. What?
Kleenex quilted toilet tissue. I have sheets. You can have a quilt.
With rock bottom prices throughout the store, you can count on lots of change at Quick Save. Find out now.
I washed my shirt in personal colour. It's come up looking like new, hasn't it? So I'll be washing it in personal colour again, won't I?
Christmas pudding, roast potatoes and gravy, Auntie Dora's turkey and stuffing, mince pies, brandy pot.
Most people put on a few pounds over the Christmas holiday. If you're one of them, start your New Year diet with the Kellogg's Special K breakfast and get the scale moving in the right direction. Kellogg's Special K. Lose the holiday fat.
Excuse me, ever eaten a dive bar? No. Would you mind trying one? No. Did you like the surprising combination of crisp caramel stuff and delicious milk chocolate, smooth on the outside, crunchy on the inside? No. I like armadillos! Smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Armadillos! Dive, the surprising alternative to armadillos.
Right, I don't know what is going on here, bear with me. Apparently I've gone to developer mode. Right, so, I don't know if I'm allowed to stream 90s adverts on YouTube, but hopefully we're still broadcasting. Next up, as I say, is the F1 GP World Championship, and we are going to round 15 of 16 at Suzuka, and apparently that's going to be 114, so let's get that set up quickly. Let's bring up Harry Heinz Watson, our F1 GP 1991 driver. And it's Kansai Classic. It's 114. Let's bring up Automobilista. As ever, 114, 33 AI drivers with low aggression, 5-minute practice, 50% damage, 40-kilometer race, half an hour qualifying. Let's load the situations presently as they present themselves in front of our very eyes. Good. Quick swig of water. Waiting for Suzuka to do its thing. Here we go. As ever, let's load the let's load that, and then let's go to straight into practice. Let's do this thing. Let's do Suzuka in F1 GP. I will wait for the pit lane to go green, otherwise it just doesn't count my first 2 laps. See the old time acceleration. Off we go, bit of practice. At Suzuka, Get used to the F1 GP car with its slicks and somewhat grip. Very understeer up this hill. Good. Right, try not to do a jack turn and crash here 3 times in a row. That's a modern, topical F1 reference for you. Although, Super Formula now, obviously. Hopefully he's not watching. He's not watching. Got to amuse yourself. As ever, just practicing. 5-minute practice. It's Suzuka. It's round 15 of 16. It's F1 GP. Just warming up the car. Warming up the circuits. Warming up the driver. Trying to brake for this chicane. This classic version of the chicane. Apparently. Car's peeling onto the track. Oh, very understeer up the hill. Just about got away with it. My goodness. Good old AI. Getting in the way. Trying to do me laps. Not trying to clump too much over the inside curb. Get a good exit. Set a good lap time. Here comes Alicia out of the pits. Didn't get in my way, good. Oh, that's a lot of exit curb. Let's lose the rear end. Right, can I get to the stripe in the next 19 seconds and start another lap of practice? I've got 11 seconds to get to the line. Clompage. Curb clompage. Okay, time's up. I did not get to the stripe. And I ruined the end of that lap. Good practicing. Right, let's go straight into qualifying as ever. Get some times on the board first before I set mine. Load my qualifying setup. This championship's all done and dusted, so I've already won it, so it doesn't really matter what happens, but we'll just enjoy it. I've got to try and beat a 39.7. Let's see how this goes. As ever, an out lap and 2 flowing laps. That's all I give myself in qualifying. Steer up the hill. Transfer the scenery and the Degners. Under the bridge. Okay, so that was the out lap, and I've got 2 flying laps to try and set a time. That's all I'm giving myself. Here comes the first flying lap, the banker lap. Set a good representative lap time, get myself on the grid. Here it comes. Right, first flying lap. Very understeery in the second corner. That was not good. Get greedy on the curbs. Understeery up the hill. Oh. Bit overzealous on the throttle application there. Understeering through the Degners, not a great lap to be honest, bit scrappy. We're still in the game, only a second off the pace after all those mistakes. Let's try and tidy up for the next lap. Okay, last chance. Second flying lap, last chance to set a qualifying time. Currently, I am 12th, so I need to improve my lap. Alright, trying to understeer this time at turn 2. Good, much better. It's more like it. Right, gently on the throttle up the hill. Don't go too crazy. Good. Much better. Gaining loads of time. I still need to find 1.8 seconds on Patrese, but that's better through the Degner. Only 8 tenths of a second to find now. Oh, not neutral, that's not going to help. Try not to lose count of what gear you're in if you can help it. Find the inside line, hug it, hug the apex like it's your favourite granny. Still 8/10 off the base. Absolutely pin it through 130R. Find your braking point. Clomp over the curbs. Try and get a good exit. Looks like I'm going to be about 4/10 off Patrese. And half a second down on Mansell. Not great, not terrible, but I can take 3 litres out of that. And that was a 140.217. First attempt. Load the old race setup. Finish the session. See how we end up on for the grid. Oh, I slumped to 6th behind a Prost and Piquet. Oh dear, I'm in 7th behind Moreno's Benetton. Senna's pipped himself to the bowl. Right, qualifying's only over. Just wait for the old asterisk to disappear as ever. It's a long lap, so it takes a while for the... there we go. Senna is on the pole ahead of Patrese, Mansell, Piquet, Prost, Moreno's Benetton. I line up 7th ahead of Alesi, Modena, and Berger only manages 10th in his McLaren. Let's go straight into the race. 40 kilometers is going to be 7 laps. 7 laps of Suzuka. I've got far too much fuel on board, but it shouldn't matter. Right, let's try and get a good start. Try and score some points. Oh no, I'm getting passed by... I'm on the meat. The Ferraris are the bread in a Harry Heinz Watson sandwich. I'm 7th, still 7th. I passed one Ferrari, got passed by the other. And Prost is all over the back of me. Take it easy on that one, up the hill. Myself a little volume in my headphones. Really immerse yourself. Imagine you're there. Oh yes, I'm getting a good exit from Degler 2. Big send into the hairpin. Can I pass 2 cars? Yes, I can. Excellent. 5th. Chasing down Piquet's Benetton. Good. Excellent opening lap. Hug the inside line. Okay, good exit. Chase on up the road. It's Piquet ahead. Try and keep up. Breathe the throttle through 130R. Don't want to run wide on that one. Brake nice and early for the chicane. Or run into the back of anyone. Clump over the curbs. Get nice and close to the cars ahead. Try and stay in touch. Good. 6 laps to go. Try to overcook it into turn 2. Careful up the hill, lots of understeer. Not to lose the rear end. Just about keeping in touch. Just focusing on the cars ahead. No pressure from a Lacey behind me at the moment. Oh, I think I could do this flat out now. Yeah, easily. PK is pressuring Mansell. Like it's the 80s. The mid 80s. I'm not quite able to keep up. Well, just about keeping up, but not able to make a move. Right, going to do a big send into the hairpin on PK. Try and make it stick on the exit. Nice. Just about held on to it. Good. Fourth. Hunting down the Williamses. Mansell next. Next car up the road. Clomping over the curbs. Try not to lose the rear end. Losing a bit of momentum there. Mansell's, the Williamses are holding each other up, so it's keeping me in play, which is good. Though Senna's getting away. Bit understeer up the hill as ever. Just about able to keep in touch. Just got the pace. Oh, that's a bit too much curb on the chicane. Oh, and I'm losing the rear end on the exit. That was a bit scrappy. 3 laps to go. Williams is still fighting. Just about keeping me in play. Suddenly understeer from the Degners. Mansell's had a poor exit there. He's dropping back for Betraysi, and I'm gaining on him. What chance of move into the chicane? Let's see what happens through 130R. Oh, running wide. That's not. Oh, don't lose it now. Too far back for a lunge. But got much closer that time. Right, careful on the exit. Good, much better. Still just about in play. What chance of podium? Or understeering. That was really rubbish. Lots of understeer up through the curves at the back of the pits. Lost touch of Mansell there. Getting a little bit closer. It's tantalisingly close, but I think he just pulls away down the start-finish straight. Gets a better exit from this chicane than I do. Yeah. Bit too strong today. Anyway, this should be the last lap. 1 to go. Running 4th. Oh, losing the rear. Easily done. That's it. I think it's going to be 4th. I cannot catch Senna or the Williamses with 2 corners to go. Bit wide at the chicane. I had way too much fuel board anyway, so take some of that out for next time. Good, 4th. Cross the stripe in 4th. Let's take 5 litres out of that. Save that. Might as well record my finishing time. It was 11:49. 291. What was it? 8 laps. 7 laps. 41. What was it? 11:49. 291. and 49,291, and that was around 15 of 16, the Japanese Grand Prix. Won by Ayrton Senna ahead of the two Williamses, ahead of My Jordan, PK's Benetton, Alesi's Ferrari, Modena, Prost, Moreno and Berger are the top 10. Everyone's come across the stripe now, so we can exit that and get a points tally as the points updates shortly. Here it comes, coming down the wire. So that leaves me with 101 points with one race to go. I can't be caught by Patrese. Senna bumps himself up to third in points ahead of Berger, Mansell, PK Prost, Alesi and Moreno. That's your 1991 F1 GP Championship. And I rather think that I'm going to call it a night. That was 3 solid races. We've done GP3, GP4 and F1 GP. Happy with that. And I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to say good night, goodbye, arrivederci, thank you. Thank you particularly to Ike's Racing from Monza, Marco. Grazie a tutti. And you the MVP. I will see you this time next week, probably. Monday evenings, Grand Prix and Chill. Thank you. See you next time. Goodbye.